I've been dunking on the Miami Dolphins all season long, but things went from bad to worse in an humiliating 28-6 loss to the Baltimore Ravens as the Dolphins dropped to 2-7 on the season. For the first time since joining the Dolphins in 2022, we saw Mike McDaniels actually show some fire on the sidelines. After Larry Barham commits a costly false start, thwarting a 4th and 1 attempt inside the Ravens' 20-yard line, McDaniel lost it, but things went from bad to worse as Riley Patterson coincidentally misses the field goal, leaving the score at 7-3. Tua was particularly bad in this game where he didn't show any type of fight, taking a bad sack on a Hail Mary attempt just before halftime, or checking it down to Devin Achane on 3rd and 17, and later threw his 11th interception on the season, which at the time tied Geno Smith for the most interceptions in the NFL. In a year where Tua has made several strange comments in his post-game press conferences, ranging from throwing his teammates under the bus, wishing he was taller so he could see in the pocket, or complaining about how Ravens fans took over Hard Rock Stadium. It's all just cringe at the end of the day. The next morning, it was announced that GM Chris Grier and the Miami Dolphins would be parting ways, which is just a nice way to say,
"You're fired. You're 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 fired."
Grier was the Miami Dolphins GM for 9 seasons, dating back to 2016. But after this latest loss, Stephen Ross had seen enough and released a statement saying that the focus was to move on to 2026. The timing was weird, knowing that the trade deadline was only a few days away, but I think the real reason why he was fired because it was likely that Chris Grier was going to hold on to guys like Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips, or any other veteran that could maybe garner some draft capital for the future. As we saw in the trade deadline, Jalen Phillips was traded over to the Philadelphia Eagles with the new interim GM taking over. But let's go back in time and analyze some of the major events and moves that Chris Grier made during his 9-year tenure with the Miami Dolphins.